Testing. Okay, I'm going to be in the standing position. Just briefly, whilst immobilise, one vertebrae at a time. Welcome to this class. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe and share. One vertebrae at a time. Feeling the stretch of the back of the legs. Nice and tall, onto tiptoes if you can. Relax. On the next ones, on the way down, when you're at the lowest point, if you want to pause and pull yourself in closer to your legs for a back stretch, and then release. Another 5. Do another 2. Good. One big stance forward, coming down into the lunge position, knee to the floor. So I'm going to move into that stretch. Stretching the hip flexors, shoulders back, chest proud. I'm going to inhale, arms rise, exhale. Should feel a discomfort in that back leg. Reaching as far back as you can, shoulders away from ears. One more. Good. I'm going to turn out forward. So the back leg's pointing forward, but your front leg's still pointing to the side. I'm going to move in. We're opening up the hips, just a small pulse. That's it. You'll feel this here, in the front leg. Good. One more. Okay, let's swap over. Lunge position, move into that stretch. Hold it a few seconds, get used to it, then inhale, arms rise. Just keep pulling them shoulders down. Moving further back each time, opening up the abdominals as well as hip flexors. Two more. Good. Turning that back leg out to the side for those pulses, opening up the hips. Good. Couple more. Good. I'm going to go in the tabletop position next for cat camel. Toes tucked underneath the heel. Squeezing the abs on an exhale. Vertebra lead to the ceiling. Exhale. The more you move your pelvis forwards and backwards, more blood flow to lower back, more mobilization. Pushing a little bit further each time if you can, if it's not painful. Exhale in the cat, abs tight. Two more. Good. Now move into rainbows with that back leg, either side. Big circles as high up as you can go. Engages the lower back as well. Good one for opening up the hip flexors again. Strengthen the glutes. Going for 15 to 20. Good. Rib cage in. Belly button into spine, keeping them abs. So make sure your hips aren't rocking side. Five, 4, 2, 1 more. Then we're going to go into fire hydrant. Feet together, coming up as far up as you can with your knee. Again, 15 to 20. Pulling that rib cage in, belly button into spine. Shoulders away from ears. Palms directly under shoulders. Halfway. Should feel this in the supporting leg after a while as you start using those stabilizing muscles. Couple more. Good. Now over to the other side. 20 rainbows. Feel free to go onto your fists if you're feeling this in your wrists. Good. You're looking for control here. Three, 2, 1, and into fire hydrants. 15 to 20. Couple more. Good. Into child's pose. Next, back into the tabletop position. We're going to work the Pilates flares, opening up the full back, opposite arm to opposite leg, following your hand round to your foot. So your leg needs to come up to do this and down. We're looking for 8 to 10, or as many as you can. 3, good. 4, 5, 6, 7. A couple more. Good. Let's swap to the other side. Couple more. Good. Back into child's pose. Deep breaths. Okay. Next, we're going to be in the kneeled position. Wrong leg's coming out. The So the leg that you're bending on, the hand is going to be at the head. I'm going to come down as far down as you can and up. You feel the stretch in the inner thigh as well, the groin. Good. Elbow pinned back. Another 5. This is first stretch for the side of the stomach. Two more. Cage in, belly button into spine, and both hands behind head, coming over each side. As far around as you can. Shoulders back, elbows backwards, as far back as you can, opening up the chest. Rib cage in, keeping that belly button into your spine. Another 5, 4. 2 more. Good. I'm going to swap over to the other side. So we started with, we're looking for that stretch on one side first. Good. Another 4. 2. Good. Over each side now for 10 to 12. We're looking for control and balance here. Keeping them abs engaged. 10. Couple more. Good. Grab a drink if you need one. I'm going to be in the semi-supine position next. As we wake up the abs. I'm going to be stretching the piriformis and using the glutes. Okay. Glute bridges. So weight goes in the heels, hips coming up the same time as each other. I'm going to hold that position, squeezing them bum cheeks as much as you can. I'm going to come onto our tiptoes and back down for 20. This is more about keeping that position as far up as you can. If you can go as higher up to your shoulders, even better. You're just working more of your lower back. Halfway there. Good. Five, 4. Next, we're going to keep that position held up. Bring one leg in at a time for a foot stamp. The heel is coming to the floor. Try not let them hips down. Rib cage in, belly button into spine to engage them abs. Nice and controlled. 5, 4, 3. One more, bringing them hips back down. Or as up as you can. If it's just like, fine too. And bring your hips off the floor for 10 single leg thrusts. This can be quite challenging. It can get quite a bad cramp if you're not warmed up in the hamstrings. But keep the tension in your glutes. One more. Good. 2, 3, 4. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Back. And that was to make sure you get in your peripheral, so we can stretch up, get in that. So we're looking at a figure of 8. Is coming up, push, and getting that good. We'll hold that position. It can feel quite awkward. Tight piriformis. So we're just stretching, strengthening. Increase the stretch. You can bring that knee up as well. Hold your hand behind that leg. Stretch. Definitely come out of that stretch. There. We'll start in position. Push that knee down and relax and sink in. If you're ready, you can stay like this, or if you want, you can move into that stretch. Again, push. Deep breath. Stretch. I'm going to do that round. So we started off in the hip thrust position and the glute bridge position, onto our tiptoes and down for 20. Halfway. Make sure your hips are level. Fighting to keep them upright. 3, 2, 1. You're going to bring one knee in at a time for 10 to 12, or as many as you can manage. Keeping them hips as high as you can. Perhaps you can go further in. You've got more control. Now we're stretched off and warmed up. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good. Coming back to semi-supine. Single leg hip thrusts, 8 to 10. So these are quite difficult if you're not used to them. Keep them hips level. 5, 6. Just as high up as you can go. So as long as you get your hips off the floor, that's the main thing. We go from there. One more. And swap over. Good. 8. One more. Good. Bringing them knees in. Using your shoulder blades for movement. Lower. Breathe. You might feel working a little bit as well, that's fine. Let it down. One more. Good. Again. Down. Keep on to that as long as you can. One. 20. So once the burning stops, you'll be in tabletop. I want you to keep lower back. That's your job this time, rather than flattening it. Keeping it exactly the same. I'm going to come out. I'm not coming over 20 if you can. Into 5, 4, 2, pulsing to spine. If you can, the top of the thighs, that's normal. Deep breath. As it gets more hard, just range of movement. 35, 7, 9, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Arms come down and eyes. 4. Floor like you're on the top. Everything included. Practice again. Holding everything. Gonna make in and Hands behind head. This time, I'll stop. Strength and endurance. Work on them pelvic floor strength. Go into the prone position. You can either stay comfortable. You can just sink into your mat. Opens up the hip flex as well. So it's full cobra or semi-cobra with your elbows bent. It can be quite uncomfortable at first. Good. From here, we'll do some cat camel for more of a stretch in the abs. So cat is a stretch for the back, and a cow, you should feel in the abs a little bit. We'll do 10 of these. One more. And we're going to go into the pigeon pose. So ideally, you should be in a right angle, let's say, to hit the glute. But if flexor, straighten that leg out more. If you can do both, fantastic, but I cannot. Just try and sink into the mat. Hips pointing down. Switching off any glutes, shoulders. Might take a few seconds to get into it. Let's swap over. Take your time, swapping. Next, before I forget, openings, a new thing this week. It's awesome. If you type in book openings, so your knees come over to one side, you go over to your left, but you can increase the stretch by putting the bottom knee on top of the top knee and then sinking. You know, if you tighten the sides, you can give that a try. Just try and sink in. Gets really deep in the lower back, this, and the glute. Should get a little bit comfier in a few seconds. Deep breaths, relax the shoulders. Few more seconds. Take your time coming out. It's just adding weight to that upper leg, really. Good. Relax your hips and the sides of that stomach. Sink into your mat. Switch off hamstrings if they're switched on. Feel the pull in the sides of the stomach, back. Allow yourself to feel it. As we work on the flexibility. We obviously don't do much of this in everyday life, so it can get quite tight. A few more seconds. I'm going to come into the mermaid pose, which looks like so. So one leg's forward, the other one's back, and your hips are planted, your sit bones on the floor. The knee that's forward, this arm is going to come over. Again, push your hip away from your rib, sink in. Shoulders away from ears. Can be a stress reaction to any. Feel that pull on the sides of the stomach. Want to swap up. Again, shoulders away from ears, pushing them hips into the floor mat. Good. You get the most benefit from taking the time to stretch your hamstrings out, legs together. So if you can flatten soft knees, just come in as far as you can. If you can touch it, but if not, hamstrings, just come as close as you can. Well, if it's tight. I never used to be able to touch my toes. Again, if you can, deep breath in, and on the exhale, move it one last time. Tune into these things. A little bit. Just going to come in further. You'll feel this in the leg. And pushing them hips down to the floor. And over to the right. And come into this position. We'll finish with breaths. The organs. Now we're going to on it. Inhale. Abs. Inhale. To finish. Interesting to hear if anyone's got sore abs tomorrow. And thank you very much for coming, everybody.